Biotic components subtopic.
What are producers? Plants are producers. They make their own food, which creates energy for them to grow, reproduce, and survive. Being able to make their own food makes them unique. They are the only living things on earth that can make their own source of food energy.
What are decomposers? The microorganisms which convert the dead plant and animals to humus are known as decomposers. Examples: fungi and bacteria. Decomposers recycle and convert the dead matter into humus, which mixes with the forest soil and provides necessary nutrients to plants. Thus, decomposers help in maintaining the necessary nutrient balance in the soil. What do decomposers feed on? Decomposers feed on the remains of other animals. Decomposers play an important role in the ecosystem. By digesting dead matter, they put nutrients back into the soil, making them available to producers. Examples of decomposers are earthworms, fungi, bacteria, and insects. Importance of decomposers. Decomposers play a critical role in the flow of energy through an ecosystem. They break apart dead organisms into simpler organic materials, making nutrients available to primary producers. In simpler words, decomposers are organisms that break down dead plants or animals into substances that plants need for their growth. What can happen if decomposers are absent from the environment? Without decomposers, dead leaves, dead insects, and dead animals would pile up everywhere. More importantly, decomposers make vital nutrients available to ecosystems' primary producers like plants and algae.
Consumers. Organisms that need to feed on other organisms to obtain their energy are also known as consumers or heterotrophs. They don't need to manufacture their own food. The most commonly known consumers are animals and birds, but there are also lesser known ones such as fungi. Fungi obtain their food and energy by inserting tiny tubes into other organisms and sucking nutrients out of them. Single celled organisms can also be heterotrophs. Amoeba, for example, chases after other microscopic organisms, engulfing them for nourishment and energy. In simple terms, consumers are the organisms that obtain energy by consuming other organisms. Here I have presented an example to help you understand heterotrophs and consumers better.
What is food chain? A food chain is a linear sequence of organisms through which nutrients and energy pass as one organism eats another. Let's look at the parts of the typical food chain starting from the bottom, the producers, and the moving upwards.
Flow of energy. Definition. Energy flow is the flow of energy through living things within an ecosystem. All living organisms can be organized into producers and consumers, and those producers and consumers can further be organized into a food chain. Energy flow in ecosystem. Energy moves life. The cycle of energy is based on the flow of energy through different trophic levels in an ecosystem. Our ecosystem is maintained by the cycling energy and nutrients obtained from different external sources. Energy flow in ecosystem begins with producers, then moves to primary consumers, then to secondary consumers, and then to tertiary consumers. Different trophic levels. The first trophic level, also known as producers, is for green plants. The second trophic level, also known as primary consumers, is for herbivore animals. The third trophic level, known as secondary consumers, is for omnivores and carnivores. And the fourth trophic level, known as tertiary consumers, are for high-level carnivores. Now here is the energy pyramid. As you can see, producers transfer their energy to primary consumers, then primary consumers transfer their energy to secondary consumer, and secondary consumers transfer their energy to tertiary consumers. First trophic level. The first and the lowest level consist of producers, such as green plants. The plants or the products are consumed by second level organisms. Examples of producers are grass, plants, trees, and corn. The second trophic level. The second trophic level consists of herbivores. These organisms gain energy by eating producers and are called primary consumers. Mice is one of the examples of second trophic level. The third trophic level. The third trophic level is composed of carnivorous and omnivorous. Carnivorous are animals that eat other animals, while omnivorous are animals that eat other animals and plants. This group is called secondary consumers since they eat the animals that eat producers. Snakes are one of the examples of the third trophic level. The fourth trophic level. Carnivores that eat other carnivores are called tertiary consumers. They eat the third trophic level. Example: hawks eat snakes.